All right, folks, here's the final damage. All these stacks of games up right here. Total value at almost 1 o'clock in the morning ended up being What's going on, folks? So I filmed the original intro to this video, as you guys can see here on site. Unfortunately, I realized as I'm going to edit it that for some reason it has no sound. But basically the gist of it was, I'm at this store called Game Hub in Clarksville, Tennessee. I walked in the door and the owner, Ryan, immediately says, "Hey, I recognize you from YouTube. I watch your videos all the time." I was like, "Hey, that's really cool." But not only did he recognize me, he said that he was willing to do a larger deal and cut me some good numbers if I was able to buy a good amount of inventory from him. So I said, awesome, let's do that. I immediately knew I had to dedicate an entire video to this transaction. So that's what you guys are about to see now. All right, so just after a few moments when I poked my head in here earlier, this was the stack that I pulled off the shelf to potentially make a deal on. And that was just this shelf here. Actually, it was only a couple shelves of this shelf here. And then he sort of snuck up behind me and brought these two huge stacks of games, which are very similar titles to the ones over here, or ones that he knows because he's been watching the channel that I do like to buy from time to time. So folks, needless to say, I think we're gonna get along pretty well, and I'm excited to see what else happens to be on these shelves. So let's, before I get too greedy here, why don't we throw some numbers out on these guys and make sure I'm in the right range. So on something like this, I could be at, looks like most of them are nice and complete. Yeah, it looks like I could make about 50 on these. So if you wanted to do like 30 a piece, would that work?
I could do 35, that works for you.
35?
Or why don't we just do 32.50 and we'll meet in the middle?
32.50 works for me.
Want me to start adding everything up?
Let's do that. Looks like I could make like 28. So if you could be at like 18 a piece on these, does that work? All right, so 18 times 2. Yeah, about 28. So is 18 all right on these as well?
Yeah, I could do that.
Cool. Superchargers, I don't know if I could be as strong on these, honestly. They don't sell the best.
Those were kind of like I regret buying those kind of thing.
If you need to get bailed out on these, I could do 6 a piece, but if not,
I have 10 a piece into that.
no problem.
So
we'll leave those
10,
for now.
10, just so you have them.
Yeah, that'd be a little bit slim for me. I'd only make about $1 a piece. So
Yeah,
this is really interesting though. Really?
Got that at Game Exchange yet. It marked as the Wii U set.
$15. You caught him slipping. I love it. Wow, there aren't even any listed of this on Amazon right now.
They're like $125 on eBay.
Really? What would you want for something like that?
Offer. The game inside is brand new.
Is it? How'd you feel about 75? That works? I think that's safe. Alright folks, well here is the first stack that we have already agreed on. Got some really solid high-ish or like mid to high dollar titles in here. Bunch of orange boxes, some Skylanders, a whole stack of NCAA Football 14, Skylander Swap Force down here, and he also gave me a pretty solid deal on this sealed Star Wars Demolition that's in really nice shape. May end up grading that. And our total so far is around 1,800 bucks, and let's just say there's a lot more to go. So here I am still working on this first shelf here, and I'm getting tempted right now with this little gem right here. You were holding out on me. Disney Sports Football. Wow. I don't think I've ever encountered this game. Don't tell me you got this at a game exchange.
I did.
Oh my gosh. I've been chatting with the owner here, and he apparently sources a lot of game exchanges as well. So definitely some competition. Found this guy at a game. What'd you pay?
Like 60.
60. This is like this is definitely like one of the gems on the GameCube for sure. I'd love to come home with it though. I don't know if I can afford it, let's be honest. Huh, I didn't realize that Pikmin 2 is going for a decent amount. I thought that was like more like a $20 game. They had them for 50 a piece?
Yeah.
Oh dang. I probably wouldn't be the buyer on that one, but
what would you want to offer?
Honestly, I don't know if I could even offer 50, but I'm sure you'll do well with them. So here is the updated stack. We got a bunch of more SmackDown versus Raws, some Matrix Neos, which I did not think were worth jack squat. Another Kaya, picked up one of those earlier. Simpsons game, and a whole bunch more random stuff. Check that out, Xenosaga. What's the total at now? 3K? Almost 3K. So we're racking it up, folks. All right, folks. Well, we've been going at it for over an hour. Probably at this point, right? Maybe an hour and a half. Probably close to 2 hours. We're at 3,000 officially, and now it is pizza time. I was like, I don't know if I really want to leave and go get something. And Ryan was kind enough to order us some pizza, so gonna fuel up. All right, folks, so we have cleared up the stack over there. Now it's time to start slowly working my way through all of the shelves. The Wii section here is absolutely massive. We've got 1, 2, 3 shelves of Wii, 4 huge Wii shelves. So that'll take a while. Then we've got PS2 just lining this back wall almost as far as the eye can see. Multiple shelves. And then we've got this huge 360 wall to go through. That'll take some time as well. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of tackle this and fill you guys in on how it's going. Ryan said that he picked up this Pokemon Platinum here today, complete. Super jealous of that, but yeah, folks, I'm gonna get to scanning. Alright folks, first little alcove here has been done. I got a decent number of Guitar Hero games, got some miscellaneous PS2 over there. We were kind of laughing earlier because I keep trying to say, hey, what would you want for this? What would you want for this? But Ryan's always just like, every time, make me an offer. He's very good at not giving the first number. So, but most of the stuff, I'd say like probably 60, maybe like 65% of games we've been able to come to a number on, so it's worked out pretty well. Alright folks, so it's now 8:47, getting a little bit late. I've mind you still got like a 3+ hour drive back to Lexington, but I'm not stopping right now. Hopped over. I skipped a couple rows because I want to make sure I get this done into the GameCube section. Got some really nice stuff here. Hoping to make some deals on some of this because GameCube is just super hot right now. So yeah, and we've got, as you can see, a ton of just really nice complete titles. I don't know how much of this is going to be in the right price range. We've definitely been discussing like a lot of the stuff in the lower dollar price range just sells really well in the store, so it doesn't really make sense to clear that out for a discount for him. And then some of the stuff that is really high dollar, he may or may not have gotten at the right price to sell it to me at a discount. So we've been doing a lot of deals on games that are in the like $15 to $30 range for me. So hopefully we're able to find a decent number that fall into that category. Alright folks, well we did end up coming to a deal on a little handful of GameCube titles here. Some pretty cool ones. Only some of them are complete, but cannot complain about that. Oh, also Billy down here. Pretty nice. Alright folks, did a nice little bit of business in the PSP section. Definitely found some solid gems. You guys know I'm always picking up wrestling titles, so was able to snag a decent number at prices that worked for both of us. Got a couple 50 cents, some college hoops. I think this is the section that we're going to go to next, the PlayStation 3. I think I have a pretty good feeling about it, so I guess we're going to keep going. It's like 9:30 now, so we'll see. Well folks, it's now 10:18 at night. I'm done with the PS3 section. We got a couple hefty piles. The number of bolos that is going to result from this for the Discord is going to be really stellar. I'm really excited to get all these things posted. I think it's going to help a lot of folks out. We just surpassed $5,000 in total purchase price, and I haven't even done the PS2 or the Xbox 360. So this is looking to be a very expensive purchase. And I've been here, what, like 4 hours? This is what it's all about, folks. What can I say? I'm fading a little bit, but inside I'm extremely excited. This is what it's all about. Alrighty, so just finished up with the PS2. Didn't do a ton of stuff there, just a couple like Godfather collector's editions and a couple other miscellaneous. Coming on over into the good old retro section, very nicely labeled N64 games over here. I'm gonna definitely scan some. I'm wondering how many I'll really be able to make strong enough offers on, just because they probably sell fairly well in store. And I don't know, I mean, I'll let you guys know if we're able to come to deals on stuff. Also have the NES and PS1 still to go, as well as this massive wall of 360 that I have been procrastinating. Well folks, definitely have been having a little bit more success here. Found 4 N64 games that we could come to a price on, and a decent number here of PS1 games. A lot of like cartoon and Disney kind of titles. You guys know that I love to buy. Then also a random Mortal Kombat and a Doom. The total is getting up kind of close to 6,000 at this point, and it is 11:30 at night. So I think what's going to happen, we're going to take a very brief run through 360, leave most of that for next time. Next time I may even look at buying some consoles, some disc only. I didn't even look up in the case at like DS stuff. I mean, I'm sure there's all kinds of stuff around here that will keep us busy on the next run through, but I think I've spent plenty for one night, so we're gonna wrap it up here. Big shout out to Ryan for hooking a man up, and I'll let you guys know how everything turns out. Alright folks, here's the final damage. All these stacks of games up right here. Pretty decent, high value titles, a couple of DS ones on the top there. Total value at almost 1 o'clock in the morning ended up being about $6,500. I'm gonna have to get a hotel for the night. I can't drive back to Lexington at this point, but was well worth it. We'll be able to make a solid amount, I think, on all of these games, and wow, what an experience. Oh. Folks, I don't even really know what to say. I mean, these are the days that really make this job awesome. 6,500 spent. I think conservatively I should make like 4,000 once I get all the stuff processed and shipped out. The next 4 days are going to be a whirlwind leading up to my departure for Game Jam South, my first ever video game conference. Super excited about that. But I just filmed on this trip like a solid 10 videos that I've got to try to get edited. I've got to try to get all that stuff out. There's other random stuff that I have to do, like get a COVID shot and mow my lawn and update all that stuff in the Discord and everything. But folks, just couldn't be happier. I mean, really, this is what it's all about. Well, folks, I am now back home. I got all of the games, not only from that stop, but also from the whole trip, prepped and sorted. Wanted to give you guys a quick look because I thought it might be kind of interesting. Here is all of the PlayStation 3 stacked up super nice here. We've got PSP here, PlayStation 4, not as heavy on that, some more PS3, and then we've got PlayStation 2 and a little stack up here of PS1. Most of those I did get at our last stop. Over here with Pooh is all of this stuff is missing either the case or the manual or both. Definitely came away with some cool GameCube stuff that was case only. And then all of these titles down here as well. These are some of the Wii titles that, actually, these are complete. I'm in the middle of listing them right now. And then these games down here are the ones that already have been listed. I'm sort of halfway through the listing process right now. On my whole Arkansas trip, I ended up spending around $10,000 on video games. So it definitely was an expensive one, but so well worth it. I mean, coming back with hauls like this, and also with a new friend that you guys probably saw in a recent video, is just so fantastic. I mean, hauls like this really are the kind that you dream about. So yeah, folks, thanks so much again for coming along. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until next time, I will catch you guys on the flip.